All right. Hi. Thank you so much for coming on this beautiful day here in Minnesota. If you're not in Minnesota, I don't know what your weather's like, but I hope you're having a blessed day. I'm Jen Rosen, and I am a regenerative health coach. And I just went through some training to become a practitioner as well for regenerative health. All of that doesn't matter because when I first started learning this important information, I was actually a professional wedding planner and I was deeply suffering. And I truly believe that this information that you're about to hear is transformational. And if someone has invited you here, that means they deeply care about you and your health and your family's health. So I'm excited to get going. I'm going to share some slides with you. I find that it's fun to kind of follow along with slides. And again, if you have any questions or you want to put stuff in the chat, I'm going to get to questions at the end. So I'm going to share my screen here with you and just talk about this health opportunity, because that's truly what this is it's a health opportunity. So many of us are suffering like I was suffering when I first understood this information. So first I want to just introduce Purium to you. Many people don't know what Purium is. They named their company Purium 28 years ago because they have their family farm. And so they really believe in the purest and the most premium quality ingredients in all of their products. And I say products because they're really not supplementation. It's just whole foods. And we'll get to that in just a moment, and why it's so important to get these superfoods into your body. But Purium means pure and premium together. And they truly, truly have a passion to end human suffering. And when they began their company, they truly wanted to end human suffering and saw all of the processed foods and the white microwaves, and everyone was wanting a quick fix, and they wanted to have something to give people that was more green and fruits and veggies so that we could get our phyto and micronutrients into our bodies. So we are a regenerative farm. That's basically what we are. So we are family owned and run and operated farm to family manufacturer. And they truly adhere to those philosophies still 28 years later. So they really believe in the highest quality plant-based superfood nutrition because it has worked time and time and time again. So for myself, a little bit about me. When I first heard about Purium and regenerative health, I was dealing with chronic nerve pain for about 6 years. I was diagnosed with a really rare autoimmune disorder called LS. I was in tons of pain, and I was only 30 years old. And I had also dealt with unexplained infertility for 5 years. I knew something was wrong with my body, and I had seen all the different specialists. I had gone to podiatrists and regular physicians. I had gone to cortisone shots and stem cell injections. I went to 4 different chiropractors and all the different modalities there. And so I never truly understood what was truly going on with my body until I learned what regenerative health is. And regenerative health, simply put, means we are getting to the root cause. And that is so incredibly important. And I think you know many people in your life that are searching for the root cause of their ailments in their bodies, whether they are just wanting to feel better in their skin, lose some weight, balance their hormones, get out of chronic headaches potentially. I mean, I have never met anyone that is like, I am in perfect health, except for probably Carrie Drinkwine, who has came from 4 different autoimmune diseases and truly reversed everything in her body after she went through regenerative health practices. So when Purium started, they really saw the disease start to ramp up. And so now in America, we are now It used to be 1 in like 2,000 would get cancer. And now, sadly, the statistics are 1 in 2 in America will experience cancer. And those are not great odds for us. Like, truly, where are we to go from here, right? If we continue the path that we have been going down in our standard American diets, we are all going to have some kind of ailment and dis-ease or disflow in the body. And so disease truly just means a lack of flow in your body, whether you have been diagnosed with one or not. So we are excited to just share what we have found here. And what this is it's all organic plants. They're live, activated, sprouted ingredients, super important. Our superfoods are grown in regenerative soil. So let's talk just briefly about what that means. So regenerative soil means life, life-giving, an ecosystem. So think about like if you went to go plant some plants in your backyard. I'm in my backyard, and hopefully you can't hear all the noise going on. We have some construction near us, but I just love being outside in nature. If you go to dig in your backyard, what kind of soil do you have? Do you have acidic soil? Do you have nutrient dense soil? Is it rich with life? Does it have critters living in it? Do you have earthworms? Would you feel comfortable putting seeds in that dirt and growing food that you would ingest and eat? And so thinking about the soil as the first and foremost, we have to take care of our soil to get the phyto and micronutrients that our bodies so desperately need. And so that's what regenerative soil is. And so, and in addition to that, a lot of our farms that are organic, they're not doing some fundamental things like crop rotating or adding back minerals into the soil or watering with spring water, which is everything that we do. And the reason why that's so important is because of glyphosate. And this is a deeper conversation. I could probably have a 30-minute talk just about glyphosate, but just quickly, I want to note this because it's very important. Glyphosate is the leading ingredient, main ingredient in Roundup, and they are going to continue to move that name around. So I think they've renamed that now. But what that means is that glyphosate compound is actually an oral antibiotic, a neurotoxin in your body. It eats tiny holes in your gut lining, breaking the tight junctions in your gut lining, creating a leaky gut and all kinds of issues in your body, causing inflammation in your tissues. And then it also creates what we call a mucoid plaque to sit in your belly wall. Again, I could sit here and talk about all the things that this does to your body, but just know it is not good for you, your children, your mama, your daddy, anyone around you, your pets. So highly, highly recommend getting that out of your garage and also educating yourself. So if you're on this call, I would recommend that you watch Kiss the Ground on Netflix. Because that is the best way for me to get the information to you about our farming and agriculture system right now in America. But just know that we now have only 1% of our farms in America are deemed nutrient dense. And I'm happy to say that that is Purium's farms. We are regeneratively grown superfoods in those 1%. And we wait until everything is vine ripened, which is also extremely important because of the chemistry of food. And so everything, when it's ripened, is at its full potential for us in our bodies. So overall, Purium believes in real food for real results. And no matter what ailment you have, we have a testimonial. So if somebody brought you here or you're watching a replay, please reach back out to them. We're happy to share with you our experience, our results, and someone's success story because there's thousands. So, and then a little bit just about my success story. Because I was dealing with all of these ailments in my body, I obviously had a lot of inflammation. I can tell you, I had already gone down the diet realm. I had tried Whole30. I had tried keto. I had tried counting calories. I had tried cutting things out of my diet. All of that was not working for me. I was still in pain. I may have shed some weight, but I was still in chronic pain and inflammation. So what I did was just added in these superfoods into my body. And within 1 week, actually less than a week, my pain completely 100% subsided. I had zero nerve pain in my body. And I was flabbergasted at how quickly this worked in my body. I released 6 pounds in 6 days. And that is not fat. That truly is inflammation leaving my tissues. So that was incredible. But then after the full month of my transformation that I'm going to talk to you about in just a moment, I had released 18 pounds. I had experienced lighter and brighter skin. I was no longer dealing with IBS symptoms. I didn't have bloating. If you see my before and after pictures, my stomach was like here and it went boop, and it just shrunk right down. And that's a lot of that getting out all of that mucoid plaque that's sitting in there. Some of us have pounds of this mucoid plaque, which is caused by that glyphosate mixing with oils and synthetics in our body. So I had this huge transformation. And so, of course, I am shouting this from the rooftop that it can really meet everyone where they're at with whatever goals you have for your health. This truly is transformational. So a little bit more about Purium. Purium has an in-house microbiologist. I saw where they do this. I've been to the manufacturing warehouse because it is all family owned and family run. And they literally run every single ingredient through a 5-tier quarantine before they scan it to match for their purity. And every company, most, has a purity promise, right? Well, what does ours mean? Because this is very important. Some say like no GMOs. Okay, well, is that it? Well, for us, it's like the highest standards. So it's no trace heavy metals, very important for your health. No GMOs, those genetically modified organisms, no pesticides. And then these few other ones are important because they label them differently. There's other compounds that are really harmful for our system, like herbicides, insecticides, biocides. There's no binders, fillers, colors. Those are linked to cancer and other autoimmune disorders, preservatives, additives. So you kind of get it now, but Purium is beyond the USDA organic standards. Actually, Dave Sandoval, one of our owners, is the reason why we even have these standards to begin with. So he's incredible. His farming practices are literally above par. So let's talk about kind of those main 4 products that we have to offer. The first one I want to talk about is our Super Aminos 23. The Super Aminos are, I know I've said it, but it is truly life-changing because if you watch my before and afters, I didn't work out the whole 30 days. And these truly were forming muscle where I had no muscle before. I had definition in my abs, but I wasn't working out. I'm like, what are these made of? And so now, of course, being a year and a half later, I know now it's these 9 essential amino acids that we don't get from our plants now because we're spraying so much glyphosate on our farms. This is breaking the shikimate pathway to our plants, which means they are no longer making these essential amino acids that our body so desperately needs to help burn fat naturally, to help connective tissue, bone density, building healthy muscles. This is what your body will take from any meat tissue that you eat. It is the simplest form of how your body folds protein in your tissues. So you're just like cutting out all of the other stuff and going directly to the source. These are made from organic, non-soy legumes, and they're pressed together in a very long process because they don't want to add any fillers, binders, preservatives. So they are the purest thing you can get on the market. Many celebrities and many people that are in the spotlight, which I can't name. Some of them are like Halle Berry and Beyonce, and they've come out and talked about it. But some of the other athletes are on these because they are so essential for our body right now due to our farming practices. The second thing that's super important is our micronutrients. So think of this as your glorified multivitamin. That multivitamin you're taking is in an isolated form is actually hurting your liver. And this is information I had no idea, but when I was taking all these vitamins to try and meet my deficiencies, I would get nauseous after I took these pills, or I would not feel better, or I would have like neon yellow pee, and I didn't understand what was going on. I never felt better. And the reason for that is because your body cannot understand on how to actually absorb it and utilize it if it's not a whole food. So if it's made in the lab, if it says, 100,000 or 1,000 milligrams on your bottle, it's not made of whole food sources. And so your body is only getting like 11 to 30% of whatever you're taking and dumping the rest in as waste and causing free radicals in your system and inflammation. And your liver does a lot of that work. So it's taking on that brunt. So this is cutting out all that stuff and just getting into your tissues with what we need, which is those phyto and micronutrients. It is amazing. It really has all that you need. It's about 96% of everything that you need in a day. It's like drinking about 6 like full superfood salads. I don't know about you, but I can't eat 6 full salads a day. I can barely eat one because they're so filling. So this is the easiest way to get it into your system. It's all when dehydrated, which means all of the nutrients stays in there. And then you just reactivate it with water, and then you drink it down, and your body and your cells will thank you. They'll start to feel satisfied. Your cravings will subside. If you go and eat a big meal and then you come home and you're at the fridge going, what's next? That's your body and your cells saying, what you just fed me is not meeting my needs. I'm not feeling nourished or satiated. So when you drink this shake, your body will start to come back alive. The third part that's super important, and actually we are the only company to have this type of product, is our Biomedic. This is an herb protocol. It's a proprietary blend. It has fulvic and humic acid in it. And it's what it does is it removes glyphosate from your system. So it is like a detoxifier. And it starts to gently remove that mucoid plaque from your belly wall so that you can start to absorb and utilize all of the micronutrients and phytonutrients you're going to add in. And your belly will start to shrink, you'll start to feel lighter, your brain fog will start to subside. This is an incredible product. It's scientifically proven to remove glyphosate from your system within just 30 days. And then it will reduce that C-reactive protein in your body. The fourth part is our apothecary. And this is your healthy sleep repair. Many Americans and other people in other countries have a hard time sleeping, falling asleep, staying asleep, having restorative sleep. And it's so vital to your healing when you sleep and repair. So we like to say in regenerative health, if you take it, you don't make it. So a lot of people will take sleep aids and melatonin. Melatonin is a hormone that's made in your gut. Well, what this does is it's just cherries. It's organic tart cherries. It's a concentrate, which just means we've removed the water content. And so it's like a syrup. You can add water to it and mix it like a juice. But what this does is it starts to help your own body create the right amount of melatonin for you. And you will sleep easier. You'll get into REM sleep. You'll get into that restorative sleep at night. Your body will start to heal those glands and those organs and start to detoxify everything overnight. And this also adds in all of your antioxidant needs for your day. All right. So the next thing I want to talk about is just some of our main products. And we have packaged these for your ease, right? And for a price reduction. So when you want to do a cleanse, this is the best cleanse I've tried, I've found in the market. It is so restorative, so healing. I just finished my parasite cleanse just a couple of days ago. I feel more alive now than ever. And it's all of the 4 main products I just spoke about. And then it adds in the Super Cleanse R. And this is an herb protocol that is great for getting rid of all of those pesky parasites and pathogens in your body. When you have a lot of parasites or pathogens in your body, you can kind of almost feel like kind of irritable, frustrated. You can get sick easier. There's a lot of other things that can happen. You're more susceptible to getting sick. Your immune system is down. Your cellular energy is down. Usually when you have a lot of pathogens, you have a lot of acid in your system. So this will just gently shift you over to this alkaline state. Our bodies are actually an alkaline body, and we need mostly alkaline foods to thrive. So we are a pH system. You know, our bodies need about at least 80% of alkaline foods to really feel good, and 20% kind of pick your poison. However, you know, during detoxification, this is the easiest way to flood that alkalinity into your system, and then remove those pathogens so that your immune function can go up, your body can fight off illness better, and your gut can start to repair, and all of your functions will start to come back. And so this is a 30-day protocol. And then I also want to note just our ULT, which is the transformation or the cleanse, plus our performance. And this is what I live on. I work out every day. And I also love taking my cleanse products as well. And I call it the Purium lifestyle because there's just no way you can get this type of clean eating into your system by going to a grocery store. Think about where those things are coming from. Are they locally grown? Are they getting to you vine ripened? Like, it's just, they're not there, right? I just had a bunch of raspberries and they literally didn't taste like anything. That shows you they're not nutrient dense. They're not being grown in healthy soil, right? So I focus on these products as my fundamental every day. And then I add in, of course, I eat food just to fill my belly. But I take a pre-workout, which is Can't Beat This, which is awesome for cellular energy. I just did a 45-minute Peloton ride, whereas before there's no way I could have done that, sustained that, and had that energy. And so what it does is it really brings oxygen to your cells. It has a great mushroom blend in there. It also has caffeic acid, which is a plant-based caffeine, green coffee beans, which also are a non-acidic caffeine, which is great. And then there's a repair, which is super xanthan, which will help remove that lactic acid from your muscles. And then we need to rehydrate your body during your workout. And so Aloe Digest is great for that. Also, that's great for acid reflux, really cooling here on your system and in your stomach. And then the cocoa hydrate is great for electrolytes without all of those added things that you're going to get from like Powerade and stuff like that. So that's an amazing pack. And then a couple of other products that we have to offer is our kids offerings. We have the Kid Shake, which I personally drink. I love chocolate. And also I know it has everything I need. It's those 96% of micronutrient needs. It also has some of our aminos in there. It has some cherry juice built in for that healthy sleep support. It also has our biomedic, and it has a pre and probiotic in there as well built in. We also have the Kids in Focus, which is amazing for kids who have a hard time settling down. Their energy is all over the place. This is great for the nervous system, just like a calm, restorative herb blend and tincture. We just came out with this pack. We have fruits and veggies now. So if you know someone that just needs to add in fruits and veggies, this is a great idea for those people to add that in. So that's green spectrum, lemon, which is like all of your veggie needs packed into one. And then the bio fruit, which is of course all your fruits in there. And then Aloe Digest is great. That also has the fulvic and humic acid, and it's going to really help detoxify your system gently. And then we have our Daily Core 4. So we have packaged just those basic 4 main products. I consider this more maintenance. So if you are like you're in like an active response in your body, we need to get you on a cleanse. When you are just wanting to continue to feel better, like in your maintenance mode, I would recommend this Daily Core 4. When you join our community, we are a community of regenerative health professionals, coaches, concerned moms, people who just genuinely care about deep health and wellness and optimal health, living our best life. Because when you don't feel well, everyone knows it, right? If mom is not feeling well, my kids know it. I mean, my kids remember the turmoil I was in and how much better I am now. And it's truly transformed our family life as well. I can go on walks now. I can go kayaking. I can do things like for fun that I couldn't do before. So this support is truly foundational, because when you are going through a lifestyle change or adding something in, you're going to have questions. So we have built an app for your journey that has a ton of information in there, recipe support. There is 2 calls a week that we do, Mondays at 7, Wednesdays at 5 Central Time. And those are for your added support. We share wins, we come together as a community, share we're loving, ask questions about your journey. We also have these weekly Wellness Wednesday calls. Typically, we'll talk about a topic, something like, chronic headaches and solutions to get out of those and why you're getting chronic headaches. And so next week, we'll have one of those at this time. And then we also have Facebook support groups as well when we're doing group transformations. All right, well, thank you. That is all the information, and I tried to keep it to 30 minutes, but now I'm going to stop my share, and I just want to open it up in case there are any questions, or read the chat, and I can answer those for you here now. Okay. What do you recommend for pregnant mothers with iron deficiency? Hi, Mindy. I think it's Mendy, sorry. Yeah, this would be great for that. I would just add in more fruits and veggies. Veggies have a lot of iron in them. So when I am working with someone who is pregnant or wanting to get pregnant, I put them on our ULT minus the Super Cleanse R if they're already pregnant. If they're trying to get pregnant, I recommend at least 3 months of this before you conceive. So stop trying, do this for 3 months, clean out your system, get all new cells, get all new eggs, sperm, and then try to conceive after that. And you'll have a healthy mama, healthy dad, healthy baby from conception. And then if they're pregnant, I do recommend the ULT, just minus that Super Cleanse R, and save that. It's you can save it up to 2 years, or you can give it to your partner to take as well. Julie, I have someone not on the call asking if they have Celsius when they are on. Oh, if they can have Celsius. Celsius is carbonated filter water. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry about that. I realized that I looked at the ingredients that she sent me, and those were the other ingredients, not the main ingredients. Are you familiar with Celsius?
Yep, I would say no.
Yeah.
That's a no. If you look at the ingredients, they will tell you if they're good or not. I mean, if they just really love carbonation, just a straight carbonated water, like with no other additives, sugars, sucralose, citric acid, natural flavors, because natural flavors, companies can hide up to 66 chemicals in natural flavors now. So I would skip that. during the cleanse for sure. And then they will feel much better without it. So just encourage them to skip it and then just see how they feel. I'm sure they'll feel 1,000 times better without it.
I noticed there's a lot of caffeine in that as well.
Oh yeah, that's why they're drinking it, to get
Yeah.
the boost of
Yeah.
caffeine. So
Now,
if they really want that caffeine, I would do the Can't Beat This.
Sure. And caffeine is not acidic, but coffee is. Is that correct?
Yeah, but caffeine is really not great for your adrenal glands.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a boost on your adrenal glands, but it will like wear them out. So they'll get like tired, and you don't want tired adrenal glands.
Right. And I think she's on the Can't Beat This or the Be Energetic. So that doesn't make sense. Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
So Cecilia is saying, if someone has not eaten healthy all their life with the ULT cause severe sickness, the other day Carrie mentioned making sure we have open pathways like kidney health. Hi, Cecilia. Yeah. So it really depends on the person. Oh, did you want to come off mute, hon, and ask?
Oh, sorry. I came off and said hi, but after you answer this, I actually did have one more question I can ask, unmuted.
Sounds good. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. So yes, I mean, optimal health. And so this is getting into more regenerative health, but optimal health is getting your kidneys to filter, which is a deeper conversation, and we can, help the individual if they want to go that deep. But that is truly where we want to get people, is opening up their kidneys to filter out those toxins through their urine. And so there's ways that we can test that and help them get to that point. I would recommend going a little slower. So, if someone is just been super acidic, so think of like standard American diet, I always recommend doing a pre-cleanse. So starting with like fruit-tailed noon and plant-based, meal for lunch, and then doing what they've normally done for dinner, and then maybe just upping that again. So like fruit until maybe 2, and then plants for snacking, and then just adding this in, and then doing like 1 to 2 Biometic a day to start and see how their body responds. And then doing like, 3 to 4 tablespoons of the Power Shake instead of 5. So it just depends on the person. It depends on their goals. But we can definitely make our recommendations based upon what they've been through in their past and where they want to go.
Okay, perfect. That sounds great. Thank you. My second question is, I have a family member that I know has expressed interest to me, but this particular family member is an alcoholic. And I think he drinks at least, I want to say, a 6-pack a day. And he's been doing this for years, like 25 plus years. So I was concerned about I guess I don't know what is a good route to start someone off that I'm sure would have some liver some over abuse of the liver. Yeah.
For sure. This is so nourishing. And I would say, does he want to get free?
That is a good question.
Yeah, there has to be a will.
Exactly. I know he wants to get healthier as far as alcohol go. He does, but he has told me he's slowing down, and I feel like, to be quite honest, there's a bondage. So
for sure. Yeah. And remember where, addiction lies. A lot of our hormones are made in our gut. And so it is a gut weakness, really. I mean, there is a mental component when it comes to trauma, but we hold trauma in ourselves. And so he's wanting to numb the pain of something. This all is truly where you start. You start here, you add this in and allow the other things to fade away. And so if it's just a drink, he's going to be drinking Power Shakes. So have him go down. Like instead of 6, he's going to drink 4. And instead of 4, he's going to drink 2. And then he's going to add in superfood shakes instead of those beers at night. So just help him walk out of it and walk into health, because the cold turkey is what is not going to help him. I would say weaning him off and weaning him on.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. It's my father, so it's a little hard to deal with because
Oh, I'm
he's the parent.
sorry.
Yeah, he's the parent. But thank you. That just really touched me. I don't know why, but thank you so much.
Oh, yeah. Yes, of course. Yeah. And you're not alone. So many people are dealing with this. So yeah, you're in a great safe space, and there's so much support and love here. So he would be welcomed with open arms. All right. Is there any other questions I can answer?
Thank you, by the way. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, I'm going to close this out. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you guys have a great day. And then if you are watching the replay, reach back out to the person who brought you here. They have a discount for you, and they'll help you with recommendations on where you're at. Thank you guys.